Hey guys, it's Jay from Skull Gaming Network. Welcome to another Topps Bunt video, and today is part one of what's going to be a two-part series showing off some of the best cards in my collection. In today's video, I'm going to show cards that I'm really happy with, that I really like, that are over 100 card count. In part two, I'll show any cards I have 100 or less for card count. So the higher the card count, the less rare a card is. But I still have some cards I really like, some cards I think you'll like to see. And yeah, this video is going to show those off. And before I jump into things, this hasn't always been the account I collected on. I used to collect on Dozier to Santana, my original account. It was linked to Twitter. When the Twitter unlinking happened, I made a new account, then I got access back to this account. So I got most of my good cards from this account onto the account I use currently. Any cards left, if you want anything, send a trade. It's pretty much a free-for-all. I've got like the free Fans Choice, I've got the free Pack Friday, I've got just a bunch of base that's current. I also have some old base cards. So, fill up on your favorite team, fill up on, I don't know, whatever it is you want. I'll check trades on this account twice a day. I'll accept the first sent trades, so the ones with the least time remaining. If your trade voids out, feel free to just send another one. But as for my main account, we'll start on the award tier, and we'll start with the signature Bowman Sterling Eloy Jimenez from the Chicago White Sox. There were the debut sets for Jimenez, which I completed, 252 count signature, and then Fernando Tatis Jr., I believe there's 252 of as well. I have his award. I just did a bunch of Tapjoy offers, opened the packs, got, I think, 9 cards, maybe 10, did a little swap shopping, got up to 12 cards, converted those 12 into the ones I needed, and completed both sets. What is swap shopping? Basic premise is you get some cards from a set, then you say, hey, I'll trade any of my cards in this set for any of your cards in this set. If you want to leave anything extra, it's appreciated. And the idea is, okay, you're not going to get 2-for-1s every time, but you establish goodwill by helping other people with their sets. At the same time, slowly over the course of time, some people will give you 2-for-1s or 3-for-1s, or even if they throw in some extra, let's say you get an extra blue base card here and there, right? You get 4 or 5 of them, you can trade those for an insert. So you're just kind of building up your collection by giving people an instant completion to their set while putting in the time and effort of having to go through hoops to build your own sets, and you get a bunch of extra cards as a result. For me, I was able to get that set done. Then for the vintages, I was able to take some of those extra cards I got from swap shopping, throw them at people with vintage, and I got all 3 waves done, which gave me the Cody Bellinger Signature Award, 263. Then I finished the player highlight sets for Gleyber Torres and for Ronald Acuna Jr. Torres, 291 card count. There's another vintage reward, Anthony Rendon, and then Acuna Jr. Those ones I did through the swap shop method as well. I got about 15 or 20 of those cards. There were 30 in each set, so I needed 60 total, but through swap shopping and helping other people out, I got up to 65 or 70 cards in the set. Then I did some 2-for-1s for the last few duplicates I needed, and I completed both sets. There's Wilson Contreras, also from the vintage set, and Josh Hader, both in the low 300s. Then we have the Ronald Acuna Jr. Stars of the Game reward. That one is counted to 369. I am trying to remember if this was a set with 48 or 75 cards, but another swap shop method where you get a bunch of cards, you trade them around, get more cards, and then sort out your duplicates for your needs. Greatest moments, I did the same thing. This is the first reward. I'll get the second one when it comes out. But it's Cal Ripken Jr. with the signature, 393 of those. Greatest Seasons did the same thing, got Miguel Cabrera. Manny Machado, an old award for my old account for an opening day set. Nice card there. JD Martinez was the second award for the Stars of the Game, 569 of those. So they had the first award for this set, and then like a week later, the second award. I got the set done for the first award, kept it, and got the second award as well. Same thing with this Yastrzemski, pairs up with Miguel Cabrera. And then I don't even remember how I got this Rod Carew, probably in a trade, but a nice card as well. And then finally, the Grapefruit League Greats. I completed that set, got Babe Ruth. I played a few contests, got pretty close, and traded for the last few I needed. There's like 1,500 of each card, and 921 out of the 1,500 cards for each set went to this award. So a lot of people who got any of the cards got all of them. Then in the rare tier, I've got the Black Frame Gypsy Queen base from the Jackie Robinson Gypsy Queen promo, not to be confused with the current Gypsy Queen promo. There were 24 of these cards total, and spoiler alert, I have all 24. Sean Doolittle, the rarest at 121 card count. Then Zach Godley, Charlie Blackmon, Brandon Nimmo, Chris Sale, Joey Lucchesi, Trevor Story, D. Gordon, Whit Merrifield, Trey Turner, Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa, Chris Davis, Yadier Molina, Francisco Lindor, Freddie Freeman, Noah Syndergaard, Aaron Judge, Chris Bryant, Gleyber Torres, and then I actually have a Gold Dynamics duo in there. The Giants one, limited to 150. Anthony Rizzo, Javi Baez, Giancarlo Stanton. I have 2 Mike Trouts, 154 of him. And Mike Trout is the last of the Black Frame Gypsy Queen base. Again, I do have all 24. Then I have a couple Inception base. Still, I have Louis Urias. I've got a Justin Verlander Topps Heritage, 246 of him. Then at 250 cards, I have Jose Altuve and Rhys Hoskins. I also have a New Age Performers Aaron Judge I picked up. I don't even remember the trade. I did not pack him, but I have him in my collection. Then I have a Legacy of Baseball Burt Blyleven signature. That set was out of my free-to-play scope to complete, but I did pull one of the signatures, traded a bunch of stuff around. I actually didn't have any for a while, but got the Burt Blyleven. As a Twins fan, I like that card. Then I got 3 of these Clubhouse collection cards. I had 5 in a very generous trade for some insert a guy needed that honestly was not worth anywhere near 5. I've traded 2 away, I think, to get a couple of those lower count inserts that I don't remember how I got. I still have 3 left. And again, the ones I've traded, I've gotten stuff that I'm happy with for. Then there's the Tatis Jr. and Jimenez sets. They're kind of mixed in based on card counts. All, I believe, in the mid-600 count range. And then we get to some uncommons instead of rares. I got 6 Topps Bunt headline cards, all in the 300s for counts, for a 1,200 count relic of Paul Goldschmidt. Whether or not you think it's worth it, to me, the card count was so good, I couldn't pass it up. Then I have some dynamic duos. I was going for the set temporarily, then I realized I wasn't going to get it. At this point, if you want any of them, I would just want a Twins dynamic duo or some other cool Twins stuff in return. Then I do have vintage cards. I've got a few Easter eggs. I didn't complete the set, but I got halfway, and to be perfectly honest, I didn't trade anything too crazy to get these cards. It was nice just to get some nice die cuts. I have 2 Jose Berrios cards because as a Twins fan, I'm going to be biased towards Twins players. Got a Manny Machado. And then, again, more vintage. Another egg, more vintage. And a trade I could have used for it, but didn't. But still got in a trade the Andrew Benintendi Uncommon Relic. 665 card count. I got it as like a throw-in on what was already an overpay of a deal. I would have been foolish not to take it, but I don't care about it that much. Again, more vintage cards. I've got the Ichiro, like, farewell entry. I'm surprised it's limited, or not limited, but its count where it lines up and things projects in the 800s. And it was, in my recollection, completely free to get. I might be wrong, but I'm kind of surprised at the card count, because again, Tim Anderson's 752, which means Ichiro's less than that. Then I have a couple monochrome. I didn't go for those. I just got them in trades. And some Cactus Leagues I got for tickets from contests. Then I got 3 teals. I've gotten them all in trades that I considered to be very generous in my favor. First off, Steven Souza Jr., 316 of him. I don't really care about this card, but I got it, I think, for 2 Gypsy Queen base, which those are counting out at almost 2,000 at this point. To me, it was too good of a deal to pass up. Then I got Jorge Polanco and Nelson Cruz as twins. I don't remember what I gave up for Polanco, but for Cruz was part of a package where I gave up 3 gold base cards. I got Cruz, I got a couple Gypsy Queens, and maybe a couple other inserts. I would have straight up done Cruz for the golds, but, you know, when someone's feeling generous, sometimes you just be thankful and take the deal. Then for contest cards, back when I really grinded contests, I had a couple of these bronze level cards. They're supposed to be counted to 100, but there's a glitch, so they're slightly higher than that. Drew Pomeranz is one of them. Wellington Castillo is another one. I traded for Brian McCann. He was a throw-in, and I got Miguel Sano. I don't remember what contest I got him from. Yeah, and then you can see I have other contest cards, but they're all pretty common. Then to my old inserts, this is where I have a lot of heat. We'll start off with the Universe, Joe Mauer, 139 card count. Then I've got This Week in Bunt, Chris Sale, 159 card count. The This Week in Bunt was kind of like the predecessor to Topps Now, and some cards were common, some were not. So this one was one of the rarest, and I have it. I've got a Galaxy Byung-Ho Park. I have a lot of Byung-Ho Park. He looked really good for the Twins early on, completely busted out. But I've got some of him. I got this Jose Berrios in a trade. I have this Fire at Byron Buxton. I grinded the Fire promo when this card was, I believe, meldable would be the right term for it, back when it was the active set. I have a Jackie Robinson Day from 2016, Brian Dozier. And then from a friend of mine who's a Nationals fan and trades with me, I had an Inception Juan Soto who he wanted, so he gave me a couple old Nationals inserts. We got Max Scherzer, power players. I got this Jose Berrios sig, or autograph, whatever you want to call it, in a trade, I believe this morning, actually. And then Doug Fister, Pitchers Who Rake, was the other card I got from my friend who's a Nationals fan. He'll be watching this most likely and know who he is. More Byung-Ho Park. Couple of Bowman first. We have Nathan Lukes, Drew Finley, and Franklin Barreto. We've got a Harmon Killebrew. This Blue Moon Odom I got in a random trade. It looks like a really cool card. No idea who the guy is, but it's a cool looking card. Then I have Alternate Reality. I had Sano. I have Mookie Betts. Got a Fusion Eddie Rosario. There's another This Week in Bunt. This one is Yoenis Cespedes, and you can see 483. Just depending on the week, the count was all over the place. I have 3 opening day Byron Buxtons. Less than 500 of him are out there. Garrett Cole, similar count. Big Sexy Bartolo Colon. I've got an Adam Jones, Allen, and Ginter, 510 of him, and pressed into service Michael Kadire for position players who had to pitch. I have some more cards, but those were some of the highlights from the insert section of my collection. Then we go to limited edition cards, and I certainly have some of those. I have a Gypsy Queen Sig of Jose Berrios limited to 200, I believe from 2018. Got a Thanks for the Memories, Torrey Hunter, also limited to 200. Got a Jose Berrios Deco, limited to 250. I've got an Eddie Rosario Shred. I got this card earlier today, limited to 250. Departure Show Blanton, 300 of him. Programs, Eddie Rosario, 300. 2 of the Jose Berrios, limited to 500. I don't know what promo, but a nice looking card. A Topps Bunt Vintage Berrios, 500 of him. And then Chris Davis crashing into the outfield wall. He hurt his hip today. Sorry to hear that. Hope he gets better soon. Back when he was with Milwaukee, technically 1,500, but still a cool card. And then black base are all between 250 and 600 card count. We've got Melvin Upton Jr., Mike Trout, AJ Ramos, Carlos Santana, Joe Mauer, Hanley Ramirez, Jacob deGrom, and Josh Donaldson. And then Eduardo Escobar, whose count I don't know. Teals, we have a couple low count teals. We've got Will Smith, Hector Santiago, Screwball and all, couple of Eddie Rosarios, and then because we can show them, why not Big Sexy Bartolo Colon. Then for golds, we have some more low count stuff. We have a postseason Pedro Baez. We've got Zach Duke. We've got Colton Wong. We've got World Series Danny Duffy, limited to 356 in the gold tier. We've got Kelvin Herrera, 370 of him. And a postseason Dallas Keuchel, 475. Will Venable, J.R. Graham, Austin Barnes, all in the upper hundreds, but less than 1,000 as well. And then finally, Darnell Sweeney. Then we skip down a bit. We have a video tier. Minnesota Twins turning a 5-4-3 triple play. If you hit the play button at the bottom, it plays the video. Now, I didn't show too much of it because copyright, yada, yada, yada. I've got a Topps Now Jose Abreu, a Topps Now David Price. And then last but not least, my favorite card in Bunt. The first card I ever locked, the first card I was really excited to get, not to say other cards aren't cooler or better, but the 2016 Top 10 Prospects, number 4, Jose Berrios, 350 card count. I remember going through all kinds of packs to get other cards in the set to trade them for Berrios. It was a highly coveted set and coveted card at the time, and it's just so beautiful. You've got the white edges, you've got the blue in the middle. The colors really pop nicely. My favorite card in the collection, and that's what I'm going to end on for part 1. In part 2, we'll see a bunch of the really low count stuff. I might also find some obscure higher count stuff to supplement it. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. If you're new around here, subscribe for more mobile gaming content. I'll do some types of Topps mobile, either pack opening or collection overview every single Sunday. Part 2 will come out on May 19th, 2 weeks from today. On Mother's Day, next Sunday. Don't forget it's Mother's Day, but I'll do probably a pack opening again. I've got a few packs I've recorded. I just want to get more so there's more substance to a video like that. But let me know in the comments, what was your favorite card of mine that you saw so far in part 1 of the collection overview? Again, I like a lot of them. This one's my favorite, but everybody's tastes and preferences are different. That being said, thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm Jay from Skull Gaming Network, and until next time, and as always, peace out.